Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today you need to have some time because we have a lot to get through, because we're talking about all the books I bought in 2023 and figuring out how many I've read of that. And you also may notice a theme, because most of my read books are unhauled books as well. But I'm surrounded by my books. I don't know if you can tell, I'm afraid to move them. I don't want them to tip over, so let's just start. If I stare behind you, that's because my laptop is there, so I'm sorry. If you feel ignored, sorry in advance, and let's start.
1, 2, 3, funk it!
First up, January 2023. I bought Das Leben ist ein Fest by Claire Barrest. This book was originally in French, called Rien n'est mort. Hopefully that was the right French, I don't know. Also, I haven't read that yet. Next up, I bought Kim Ja-young, born 1982 by Jo Nam-joo. I read that and I unhauled it already as well. Then I bought Girl, Woman, Other by Bernardine Evaristo and I haven't read it yet. Then I bought The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. Haven't read that yet. Then I bought The Diary of a Young Girl by Anne Frank, which I also haven't read yet. Then I bought The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. I have the film version because I found it for cheap. I also haven't read that yet. Then I bought Die Braut by Anita Terpstra. I think this one is in Dutch originally, called Zeeman. Haven't read that either. Then I bought Mind Games by Leona Deakin. I haven't read that yet. Then we have Friend Request by Laura Marshall. Also haven't read that yet. After that, I bought Storm Cursed by Patricia Briggs. And I noticed this one is the 13th in a series. So I went ahead and bought the first one on my phone as an ebook. So I haven't read that one. It's the 13th part of a series, so of course I haven't read that. Then we have Locklands by Robert Jackson Bennett. Also, sometimes it's very confusing because the German title is completely different from the English one. Also, I hope the lighting is okay. I'm sitting in front of the window, but the light is behind me, so I hope it's okay. I hope you can see. I haven't read that one. I believe this is the third one in the series, but I haven't started the series at all. It's the third one, so I haven't read it. Then I bought Animal Farm by George Orwell, which I haven't read yet. Maybe you notice a theme here about the books I still own. That's the last one for January, so let's get into February. February, the first book I bought was The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald, which I haven't read yet. Then I bought The Priory of the Orange Tree by Samantha Shannon, which I haven't read yet. I also bought The Court of Miracles by Kester Grant, which I haven't read yet, but I've heard it's about a heist and it should be similar to Six of Crows, so I'm very excited about that. But I haven't read it yet. Then I bought Death in Her Hands by Ottessa Moshfegh. Haven't read yet. And then the last thing I bought in February was The Dragon's Promise by Elizabeth Lim, which is the sequel to Six Crimson Cranes. But I've read neither of them. Again, the second part, so I didn't read it yet. Then we're into March. There I bought The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath, which I did start, but it was too complicated for me and I will try another time again. So at least I started it, but I never finished it. Then for one of my videos, the English video, I will link it. I bought If We Were Villains by Emil Rio. Started it, never finished it. The No Show as well by Beth Leary, which again I started but never finished. And The Idiot by Elif Batuman, which also I started but never finished. these 3 I also unhauled, so I don't own them anymore. And then the last one for March was Die geflohene Geschichte by Kate Kowalski. That's a German book, there's no translation so far. Then we're into April, where I bought 1984 by George Orwell, which I haven't read yet. I also don't own it currently because I borrowed it to my mom because she wanted to read it as well, and it's still with her. After that, I bought Squat by Maggie Tokuda Hall and Lisa Sturley. Haven't read that yet. I don't know, is it boring already that I have read nothing? I don't know, you tell me. Then I bought Bloom by Kevin Panetta and Savannah Ganuccia. I think that's the translator. Haven't read that yet. Then I bought The Girl from the Sea by Molly Knox Ostertag. Haven't read that yet. I bought Mooncakes by Wendy Xu, Susan Walker, and Jomet Jill, which I also haven't read yet. I bought Anya's Ghost by Vera Brosgol, which I also haven't read yet. Then I also bought Gallant by V.E. Schwab, which I read and I unhauled. But now I'm actually sad that I unhauled it because I did a lot of annotations and I didn't realize how much I really liked it when I unhauled it. But now I realized how much I liked it, but I can't get it back. So that makes me a little sad. But I did read a book. Then I told you I bought the first part, Mooncalled by Patricia Briggs, on ebook. I don't know why I stopped on ebook. I think I wanted to read it physically, which I guess I started, and I just ignored it, so I never finished that. But I did start it. Maybe I should come back to this. Then I bought The Sad Ghost Club by Lizzie Maddings, which I haven't read yet. I also bought The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake, the sequel to the Atlas Paradox, the sequel to the Atlas 6, which I've read, but the sequel, the Atlas Paradox, I haven't read yet. Then I also bought Babel by R.F. Kuang, which I haven't read yet. And last but not least for April was Succession Game by Annika Beer, which sounds English, but it's a German book and there's no translation so far. That's all for April. And now I have to take a break because I'm very warm and my camera is running out of battery, so I will charge it and be back in a moment. For you, a little longer for me. So it's a little later. Maybe you can see the changed light. I had to put on the light inside, so I'm not completely dark because it's a little later now and the sun went down. Although you can still see it, but it's not really light in here, so I just turned on the light. But let's continue where we stopped. In May, I bought The Hunger Games by Susan Collins, which I haven't read yet. And I bought If We Were Villains by Emil Rio in German instead of English, which I started, but I didn't finish yet. Then in July, I bought Burnt Sugar by Avni Doshi, which I also started one page. I read parts of the first page, but not really, so I don't know if you can count that as started, so I'm gonna say not read. Then I also bought City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I believe that's the first part. I'm a little confused because since then I've acquired a box set and they're not marked which one is the first, but I believe City of Bones is the first one. And then in July I also bought The Paper Palace by Miranda Cowley Heller, and I also haven't read that yet. Now we're into August, and right away a little warning, I bought a lot in August because I was on a trip with my mom, and on trips I have no control and buy a lot because I see a lot that I don't see at home. Warning, there's a lot of books now, but I guess there's been a lot of books already. Anyway, let's just start. First up, I bought Sorry by Soren Grefenker, which I haven't read yet. I bought The Zoom Killer by Chris Meyer, which I believe is a sequel to a book I own, but I'm not sure if I have to read them or if they just have the same detective or what is going on. I don't know. I haven't read it yet, and I also haven't read the first book. Then we have Demon in the Wood by Leigh Bardugo. It's a rare one. I've read it and I've kept it because I liked it. Then I also bought Iron Widow by Siren J. Zhao. I'm not sure how to say her name, but I haven't read it yet. I also bought The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by XCO, and I haven't read it yet. I also bought One of the Girls by Lucy Clark. There's a bookmark. Maybe you can tell I also haven't read that one yet. I didn't know there was a bookmark inside, but I liked that. But I haven't read it. But I like the bookmark, because you can never have enough bookmarks. Then I also bought The Club by Ellery Lloyd, which I haven't read yet. I also bought Fire and Hemlock by Deanna Wynne Jones, which I haven't read yet. But I found out that she's the author of the Ghibli movies. So she didn't write the Ghibli movies, but she wrote the books for the Ghibli movies. But as I say that, I also never have watched a Ghibli movie, so please don't be mad at me. I will eventually, and I'll read these books eventually, hopefully. Then I bought The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Another rare example because I read it and I kept it and I really liked it. You can even tell that I read it because I marked the pages I liked and did a little bit of annotations. So that's a sign that I like a book. If I keep it, if I annotate it, that's a good sign. Then I bought The 99 Boyfriends of Mika Summers by Adam Zest, which I haven't read yet. I also bought Spin That On by Elizabeth Lim, which is the same author as The Dragon's Promise and The Six Crimson Cranes, but just like those, I haven't read it yet. Then I also bought Legends in Lattice by Travis Baldry. I haven't read it yet. I also bought The Bücherdrache by Walter Morse, and I believe that's a German book. Let me just check. Yes, that's a German book. And it's also part of a series, but I think this series, you can read it however you want. At least this book specifically doesn't say that I need to read the other books first. But I still haven't read it. Then I bought Book Love by Debbie Tang and also Quiet Girl by Debbie Tang. Both were graphic novels or like little comics I saw in a bookstore and I found cute. I read them, but I didn't like them enough to keep them, but they are fun as a gift or something, but I wouldn't buy it again, if that makes sense. Like, I wouldn't anyway because I unhauled them, but I also wouldn't recommend buying it yourself. Because the art is nice and everything, but I don't know how to say it. I don't want to be mean or anything, because that's not my plan. Just I think they're more like a fun book to read, but not really interesting. Or I guess interesting, but not really educational. I don't know how to say it, so let's move on. I bought Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmis in a hardcover, and I haven't read it, and by now my mom has a paperback of it, so probably my mom will read it before me. At least she can tell me if it was good, but I think it will be. I actually wanted to read it before the paperback came out, but guess that didn't work out. Then I bought My Love Story by Tina Turner. That's her autobiography, but I haven't read it yet. I bought With Love from London by Sarah Geo, and I haven't read it yet. I also bought Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston, and I haven't read it yet. But maybe you can also tell I'm very influenced by influencers and content creators, because I guess there are many titles you know, just to mention that as well. But I think I'm not the worst at it, because there's also some books I've never heard of before. But anyways, or either way, I should probably read some books. Next up, I bought Girls Like Girls by Hayley Kiyoko, which I haven't read yet, but I know the song, and I've known the song for a while now, and I'm excited about the book. Just don't know when I will get to it. Then I bought Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros, which I actually read. I don't have stickers or something, but there are annotations. So again, I liked it enough to keep it. Also, I'm still in the middle of the series, currently I DNF'd Onyx Storm. I don't know if I will continue. I will give it some time and then I will come back to it. But Fourth Wing, I'm not saying it's a great book, but it's a very entertaining book, and I wanted to continue right away. But I didn't read it in 2023, I read it in 2025. But I'm still gonna tell you because by now it's read. Then I also bought Last Night at the Telegraph Club by Malinda Lo, which I haven't read yet. Then I also bought Stage of the Union, a Marriage in 10 Parts by Nick Hornby. I don't know why that word was so strange. Also, the German title again is completely different. But anyways, I haven't read it yet, even though it's very thin and could be a quick read. But it hasn't been the time yet. Then I also bought Final Girls by Riley Sager, and I haven't read it yet. And yes, we're still in August, just if you're wondering, but we're getting closer to the end of August. I also bought Double Booked by Lily Linden, which I'm not even sure if I'm that interested still, because it's about cheating, or at least it very much sounds like cheating, and I don't like that topic. So, not sure if I will still read it, but for now I still own it, but I haven't read it. Maybe if you know this book, you can tell me in the comments if it's worth reading and if my cheating suspicion is right or not. Then I bought Happy Place by Emily Henry. That's the second Emily Henry I bought, but I've read neither of them, so haven't read it yet. Then I also bought Red, White and Royal Blue. For some reason in German it's just Royal Blue. Don't ask me why. It's written by Casey McQuiston, and I even have a little special straight edge edition, but I haven't read it yet. Also, I own, I think, 3 Casey McQuistons, but I've read none of them. I'm easily influenced, but apparently I'm not easily influenced to read, just to buy. Then I also bought Only a Monster by Vanessa Len, and I haven't read it yet. Also, maybe you've noticed some of these books have stickers that say TikTok made me buy it, or TikTok books, and I don't know what to think about that. For some it makes sense, for some I have no idea why they say it. But I think at least they're removable, so that's good. Haven't read it yet. Then I also bought The Stranger Times by C.K. McDonnell, which sounds very interesting, but I also haven't read it yet. And I believe it's part of a series. That's another thing. Sometimes I have some problems with starting a series, because I sometimes only have the first book, and I don't want to go out and buy more books. For some series, for some I do. I don't know, don't ask me. I don't think there's any logic behind it. That's just what happens. Some series I'm afraid to start, some I start and never finish. Some I will say myself, just read the first part and see. Some I read the first part and have to get the next part immediately. I don't know. But I haven't read it yet, and it's a series. And I only have the first part. Then we have another TikTok sticker. It's The Fight a Night by Bridget Kemmerer, and again, I haven't read it yet, and it's another series, I believe. Then I bought Bluets by Maggie Nelson, and I've started it, but I've never finished it. I don't know if it's with the translation, because this is the German version, but could be that it doesn't come across right, because I thought it was weird. But maybe I will have to give it another try. But the first time I tried it, very weird. And that also was finally the last book of August.
That's her favorite chair. Nothing down, must have never cared. Walk home through bricks and stone.
So let's get into September. One I've bought is Der Trip by Arno Strobel, but I'm not even really sure if I want to count it, because yes, I bought it, but I bought it for my mom, not for me. So you decide how to count it. Maybe I don't count it at all. Then I also bought Und du wirst lächelnd sterben by Monika Pfeff. That's a German book again. I don't think there's a translation. It's a thriller, and I haven't read it yet. Then I also bought Trauma by Angelique Mundt. I have to check, but I think that's a German book as well. Yes, that's a German book as well. There's also no translation, and I haven't read it yet. Then, last but not least, for September, I bought Killer Instinct by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, which is the second part of the series. And again, you can see I've marked it, and I didn't annotate it as much, I guess, in the beginning, and I underlined some stuff, but not as much as the first one. Oh, I guess it did start in the second half. Anyway, I'm not gonna show you too much. But again, rare case, I read it, and I kept it. It's part of a series, and I'm still reading the series, so that's a good sign. I really like these books. They're very well written, and I'm really enjoying them. I can also spoil to you. I only have one book left. I'm a little afraid to read it. Not because I think it's bad, but because I don't want the series to end already. But yeah, I've read that one. And then we're into October, where I didn't buy a book, but my dad brought a book with him, which is called Das kurze Leben des Vincent van Gogh by Erich Landgrebe. And I'm not sure. First up, I haven't read it, but I'm not sure if I unhauled it, if I forgot it at my parents' house, or what is going on, but I can't find it here. I also looked if I accidentally put it with my partner's books, but that's also not the case, so I'm not sure where the book went. Maybe I unhauled it and forgot it. I'm not sure. But then we're into December, where I bought One of Us is Back by Karen McManus, which I haven't read yet. I read the first book a while ago, and I don't even remember enough. I would have to go back to read the first book to continue, so I haven't read it yet. Then I bought Heartstopper Volume 5, which I have read, not in 2023, but in 2024. So by now I've read it, but not in 2023. And also, I was so concentrated on reading that I didn't even annotate it. So I will have to go back and do that, but I've read it and I will probably read it again, especially if the sixth one is coming out. Then I also bought A Good Marriage. I don't know why the word is weird to me. By Kimberly McCreight. And I haven't read it yet. Who's surprised? Nobody, probably. Then I also bought The Unspoken Name by A.K. Larkwood, which I also believe is the star of the series, and I haven't read it yet. Then I bought Just Before I Died by S.K. Tremaine, and again, I haven't read it yet. Then I bought The 5 Orange Pips by Arthur Conan Doyle, and I've started it. And I believe I've read the first story, but not more than that. Because I guess it's a short story collection, and I've read the first short story, but not the rest. So I started it, but I haven't finished it yet. Also because it was in my bag with some apple pie. Maybe you can see that. And I kind of forgot about this book for a while, but I will get back to it. I don't know when, but it will happen. And we're getting near the end, so don't fear. I'm not talking for forever if you're already worried. So then I also bought Circe by Madeline Miller, which I haven't read yet. And last but not least, I also bought The Song of Achilles, also by Madeline Miller, which I also haven't read yet. Let me know if this video was interesting, let me know if you want to know more, and maybe hold me accountable that I read these books. And maybe that in the following years I don't buy that much if I don't read that much. But yes, I made a little mess. I have to take all these books back to my bookshelf. That will be fun. That's what I will be doing now. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next.
When I put down what's inside of my head, it never feels the same.